it's our aspirations. We're teaching our kids to reach to a different standard now. It's a low standard. Instead of just a normal one, we're making it seem like that's not normal anymore. And now what is normal is to be a single mother and to be out here being a thought,
and collecting welfare.
And no matter this Amber Rose thing, it made me think about, because I was looking at online and I saw this video of this lady talking about this. I think she's a teacher, but I'm going to play the video clip real quick.
To tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support. And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
And you can see the problem. She's an eighth grader said this. So it's amazing. See the goal now has become to be a single parent. That it's the goal. And then we have people like Amber Rose pushing these things. Whoever this little girl she was talking to is basically going to be doomed.
Because the idea is that women don't need men anymore.
Yes, the idea.
Who do you think is going to go viral? This woman or Amber Rose?
Yeah, right.
Because you guys don't understand, like, even with our algorithm, we aren't talking like Amber Rose. And so what ends up happening is that, especially during election time, like it is now, you know what I mean? What ends up happening is that the liberal agenda suppresses certain women talking. Yeah. They don't suppress Oprah, Tracy Ellis Ross, Maxine Waters. They won't suppress, Little Kim, any of those people that want to talk, or men that are hip hop guys, or LeBron James who likes to talk about that. They don't care about that, but they will care when someone like Candace Owens talks.
Right. They won't let her talk.
They will care if all of a sudden Kanye West sounds like a normal human being.
What this woman is saying is to me, I think that a lot of you think like this, because the image of a Nicki Minaj and a Cardi B, all the heavy hitters, and Amber Rose, or even those 3 girls, like the image is,
well, they're a reflection of those women.
Right. Yeah, like the image of what a woman should be now, is now completely morphed into something very tragic. And so the aspirations of young ladies, like the 8th grader, the aspirations have now dwindled down to an Amber Rose. And that young lady is going to be thinking that's the way it should be. That's good. Thumbs up. What you say, like she couldn't get child support, or she couldn't get child support? That what you mean? And I'm like, it's our aspirations. We're teaching our kids to reach to a different standard now. It's a low standard. Instead of just a normal one, we're making it seem like that's not normal anymore. And now what is normal is to be a single mother and to be out here being a thought,
and collecting welfare.
And
no matter what race you are.
Stuff. Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Because when Marilyn Monroe was famous, her life was shit.
Yes, it was.
And when women act like that, when Marilyn Monroe was a big movie star, and she was beautiful, very, very pretty. But when you act like a sex object, your life always turns into this sort of lonely, sad, bitter, usually drugs comes into play.
It's just sad to me. Because I know this woman probably was like, what? When she was talking to this little girl. I bet she was like, what? Because sometimes these aspirations, and now the words, like even like I'm hearing people like baby daddy, the way they say it so casually now. Let me tell you, I was looking at some of the applications, for the hotels, people put applications. And I was looking through some of them. And this one woman, she turned hers in, and I'm kind of like looking through it, and I saw that she put, the Pearl applications where it says, put down 3 referral people in your life. So it was. I was looking at the 3 referrals, and then the 3rd referral was her, and she on a job application. She put the guy's name, and then next to it it said relation to, and then she wrote baby daddy. She wrote baby daddy on a professional application. This is where we see what I'm saying. Like, this is where we're going. This is where it's at now. This is just a normal thing. You see how normalized that became? Where someone, I couldn't imagine in my wildest dreams that someone would put baby daddy at all on an application and seriously put it on there.
And my guys do. If you are honest with yourself, even if you're a girl watching, and you look at all of these women, just think about all the women I've always commented on. Even the last, when we did that video with the Jesse Lee Peterson of the three girls, there were 2 white girls in there, and then the black girl.
You're right.
Do those people look ecstatic about life?
Right, they don't look happy.
I mean, really think about it. When you look at Cardi B, or when you look at Oprah Winfrey, or you look at all of these women, do they look like happy women?
I feel really bad for the youth right now. I do. I feel really bad because I think that this is their standard now, and you know, I don't know how you can even turn this around. Like, this mentality, this baby daddy, these words are actually, like, it's just a way of life.
Yeah, we did a video about the no voting, no bucking thing with the guy, the feminine guy, and Trina. And some girl wrote in our comments
that
we read it because I don't want to say it wrong.
I think I screenshotted it. Then she says, I don't really like the advertisement, but you ladies clearly weren't the demographic, thank God, they were trying to reach. The message is still pretty positive message. Y'all, I'll say it again. She said the message is still a pretty positive message. Laughing my ass off. Secondly, they don't endorse any candidate. 2 minority women sitting on YouTube trying to be judgmental. Girl, bye. Judgmental, and don't forget shaming.
Yeah.
We shame too.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
The thing is that this whole thing, like when we talk about this stuff, we've been dumbed down so much that women can play mental gymnastics. Black women, because I'm assuming this person's black. I know that they are.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Judgmental is not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
I don't know why people think that's such a bad thing. You know what I mean? You have to judge if you're out in the dark by yourself, you have to judge whether you're going to walk past somebody.
Yeah.
You need your judgment. Okay? And I'm looking at the 70% single mother rate.
I'm judging.
And I'm judging. And I'm looking at the over sexualization of black people led by black people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I hate when people sit there and say, "Oh, I've seen 2 black women." Like, black women can't have an opinion.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Like, you think you're going to say it like that, and then somehow I'm going to retract it because I have some shame because I'm shaming black people and I'm black? No. If you can't call out your own group of people, whether you are a Republican and you can't call out Republicans, or a Democrat and you can't call out Democrat, gay and you can't call out gay, you know what I mean? If you are black and you can't call out black behavior,
there's like inconsistencies.
You're pathetic.
Yeah, there's inconsistencies in our community as black people. Clearly, it's tragic, but there is. Clearly, there is, or else the single mother rate wouldn't be so high. 1, and 2, we wouldn't be having a bunch of Instagram models not know how to answer basic questions. And 3, we wouldn't have an 8th grader aspiring to be a single parent and not wanting to because she won't get any welfare.
So I'm hard to say Q.
I'm sorry,
a person who can't share her picture or show her real name.
Yeah.
But wants to judge women who have their name on the platform and I'm showing my face.
With our opinions.
And telling you about my life. I'm not just judging other people's life. I told you things about my life.
Yeah.
That is hard to tell.
Yeah.
So until you can do that, which I'm sure you're not doing that. That's my contribution, by the way.
Right.
Because a lot of people can't do what I'm doing right now. Right. Because they're ashamed of what me and Danielle do all the time. But that is my contribution. You know what I mean? My contribution is letting black women know you do not have to be a slut for the liberal left.
Right.
To be relevant.
Our moral code is completely gone. It's completely gone. When we're looking up to Cardi B, it's like it's just gone. And then we're somehow pretending that this is, like, we're somehow pretending that the idea of family and all that is just so foreign. Like, it's so weird. Like, we're pretending that is foreign. We're trying to be made like it's some kind of foreign thing that we've never done before. It's the new age stuff. Family is a brand new idea. It's like, you know, this is all trickery. You know what I mean? It's not real. It's not true. They're pushing agendas to get people to think like that 8th grader, and it's working. because the 8th grader said it very outwardly to this woman. So it says to me, and I see it all the time too. So it's not like it's working. Mm-hmm. You know, you do the ignorant stuff enough, it'll start to seep in.
And I'll tell you what's wrong with this world. It's people like you.
Yeah.
Q. It's people like you who don't draw a line in the sand.
Yeah.
And you think everything's just okay, that we should never call. When is it okay to call out? How bad does it have to get?
Yeah, for us to call.
For you to then you say something.
So you have no opinion on that whatsoever. You thought it was completely fine with the way things are going. In the face of what we're seeing now, how young people are acting right now, how young ladies are acting right now.
Until we all sound like Amber Rose?
I personally...
When do you draw a line in the sand?
So I'm not falling for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they want you to do. They want you to fall for this stuff.
Maybe it has to be your daughter.
Yeah. Maybe.
It has to touch your life.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't touch your life, you just don't care anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? These people who think that that when you call out something wrong, you're suddenly judgmental. When are you supposed to say something?
Right.
We've already crossed the line of immoral degradation. You know what I mean? We don't have any real morals anymore. We don't really care. Our kids are being raised in a gender ideology where men can be women and women can be men, and they're giving kids hormones and before they're even puberty.
Right.
I mean, Dwayne Wade's son is going through that right now, and his mother is trying to keep that from happening, or she's trying to keep his name from being called Zaya.
People can have, and people are allowed to have an opinion on this crap.
I have the right to have an opinion.
Right, and also when people send us stuff, like that's what we're judging it. You understand how reactions work. You judge the videos. We are always going to call out the BS.
So, because black people a lot of times think that you can't call out black people when you're black. I'm sorry.
I mean,
if you're annoying, you're annoying. I don't care what color you are.
Yes. We may not like it, but
this generation will be the generation that takes care of all of us.
Yep. And
they're walking around
talking about baby daddy,
and like Jesse Lee Peterson told that girl, "Oh, what are you guys' life dreams?"
Didn't know.
That's the next generation of
people.
We have
a bunch of blank,
and all they care about is sexually for, comments and context and and it's just like they have no. Hey, are you guys in for socialism or capitalism? What is a man?
I don't have no idea.
But I want one that's not beta. But I want to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Saucy,
but also want him to be
a black man.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Don't fall for this. It's propaganda. That's propaganda.
Yeah, we gotta do better. So, leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video and hit the bell. I was afraid to say that. Hit the bell. Don't forget to hit the bell, you guys. I know people are saying they haven't gotten our notifications. If this is gonna happen, they suppress certain things.
Things we're saying right now is not. It's not cool.
Yeah. So
we're not part of the cool crowd.
And that's it. Everybody have a really good day. Until next time.